Namaste and welcome to this exciting episode of Sattology, debunking mythology. Sattology means science of truth or study of truth. Opposite of that is mythology, which means science or study of fake, lie or imagination. तो आज इस शो में today is a very special show and I'm going to do it in English and also Hindi because this show is for everyone uh, and some people will understand English, some people will understand Hindi also. So today I'm covering and check out my new book, The Original Atlas. So you'll see more exciting content. That was my 15th book actually. And you'll see more original content based on my own research, and also I take a lot of care in trying to get to the right topic. And my Sattology, the whole purpose is debunking mythology. And a lot of mythology has been told to us. सत्योलॉजी का मुख्य उद्देश्य यही है कि ये जो झूठ जो फैलाया गया है उसको हटाया जाए. एंड यू विल बी शॉक्ड टू नो दैट सनातन धर्म आई हैव प्रूव्ड इन माय न्यू बुक द ओरिजिनल एटलस वाज इन एवरी कॉन्टिनेंट ऑफ दिस अर्थ. अर्थ इज अ वेरी लार्ज प्लेस. इसको बोला जाता है सप्तद्वीप, सप्त महासागर, 7 islands and 7 great oceans. Sometimes वेदों में बोला जाता है, sometimes in Vedas it says 4 oceans also, north, south, east and west. But every single dweepa is surrounded by an ocean. Char Sagar, Ikchuras Sagar, Sudak Sagar, फिर आपका फिर उसके बाद है क्षीर सागर, फिर उसके बाद है so ऐसे करके 7 सागर है. And then the 3 more are there, which is Sudarshan Sagar, Hindu Mahasagar, and also Plaksh Mahasagar. So these are the 7, 8 main sagar which is there. And somehow it will be difficult to put them on a map. बहुत सारा research करा मैंने based on the prayers, and also I went through 9 or 10 Puran to do that. So those of you who are watching in Lithuania for the first time, you'll be shocked with this information. जो लोग लिथुआनिया में मुझे देख रहे हैं उनको बड़ा आनंद आएगा देखकर, because the church has actually put an embargo on the native culture of Lithuania. They destroyed the oldest churches over there built on top of the temples. They destroyed them. And this is what I'm going to start correcting that today onwards. So Lithuania, we all know that Lithuania language is almost closest to Sanskrit, with words being used in Lithuania which are directly derivatives of Sanskrit. Lithuania is in Europe. Many of you know it. And there are many videos on YouTube. Please do search Sanskrit connections of Lithuania with Sanskrit, of Lithuanian language with Sanskrit. And you'll see so many words are directly used over there, directly. And there are many videos, Lithuanians and Indians, and there are many videos people have covered that in detail. So, लिथुआनिया का संस्कृत के भाषा के साथ बहुत पुराना संबंध है. और ऑल्सो जो हमारे देवों की पूजा, अग्नि की पूजा लिथुआनिया में होती है, that is also very common. That the devatas were worshipped deva. Now the word deva, Lithuanian will understand. Okay, so I'm going to use the word deva. Sanskrit words I'll use now. So anybody who's watching from Lithuania, you're very welcome to Sattology. And I'm going to use the words which you use. Deva is for devata in Sanskrit, and deva is also used over there. Slight modification. Agni is also used over there. Agni in Lithuania and Agni in Sanskrit is also used over there. So and Lithuanians also know their religion Romuva is a native culture. Romuva नाम का उनका जो traditional culture है, Romuva है. और that is also connected with Bhagwan Ram, we can say, because Rome के बारे में भी now more truths are coming out. The Rome word was used, Romans and other places were used to connect it with Sri Ram. And I can also say Imn Ra. Imn Ra is the Egyptian deity, which is also denotes to Bhagwan Ram. So these are the ancient connections there, and I'm not going to play the word play. I don't believe in the word play, but the derivation of the words you can always trace, and that's the science known as etymology, where you can see the word origination of the words and coming to the actual word today. In fact, most of the words in the world languages, important words, common follow common trajectory, like Monday in English, moon, Chandra Divas, Chandra. We all say that. Soma. So all these words are all coming from the same origin, many of them. Deva, Deus, Devata, Sanskrit words, common. You know. And if you look at any language will follow this same traditions. And जो हम लोग चील चील बोलते हैं हिंदी में चील, and Sanskrit the word is the word is chill, as a word from where the word cheel comes there. So a lot of Sanskrit words are there. I won't go there in more lot of details there. Lekin there is a traditional connection. Now there are other words that I'll read for you, which I collected from between Lithuania language today, like Parkunas, Parjanya. Parjanya means Indra. It's a very common word. In Lithuanian, they call Dieva. Then they call Zime, it's a Shama, so which is the earth. Ksha, so Kshetra. So all these things also come from there. And Ashwinau, we all know horses. And then Ashwinai, they call horses over there too. And then it's called Usha, is dawn. And Ausra is in Lithuanian language. Lakshmi is worshipped there. It's called Laima. They call it worship for luck and happiness. And so a lot of things common. And then Surya is called Sole. I'm not pronouncing properly, so please forgive me if anyone is watching on Lithuania. And Medini is also called Medin, which is also another aspect of Durga as a protector of forests, trees, and animals. So all these different words are there. Like for example, Vayu Mate, they call it Veyu Mate, Veju Mate, they call it the same thing. And Vala is Veles. Now uh, uh, this is the just the words I'm talking, Sanskrit words. Now let's go back to the history of Lithuania. How in the 17th century the Roman Catholic Church destroyed this Romuva culture, ancient Romuva culture. And those of you do not know, I'm going to show the maps also, so you know exactly. So if any one of you want to travel over there, you can travel over there too, and I'll take a lot of questions there too. So if you can ask me questions, I'll be happy to answer that. And so the uh, let's I'll share my screen, which you'll love it. And please join these kind of shows in big numbers. This will really help us. Okay, this is the map I've taken. I'm taking you straight to the map here. So I'll take you to Lithuania, the hill forts of Kernave. Now, Kernave is a place if I zoom out, those of you can see my screen. Can you see my screen? Okay. So if you see my screen, just give me a thumbs up so I know you're seeing my screen. So if you look at the screen of Kernave. Now let me go drill down into that. This is called Hill Forts of Kernave, and I'm going to zoom out a little bit so you get a whole idea about the Lithuania as a country, where it is exactly, because we need to know that. Lithuania, and if you look at the other countries nearby, so you got Moscow on its east, Minsk, which is in Belarus, in the southeast, and then you have Poland, which is on the southwest, and so Belarus is covering the southeast, and then Poland is covering the southwest. And you all know that the destruction of native, this is all common culture called Baltics, common culture here. Called Prussia, ancient Prussia, Prussia. On the north is Estonia, उसके उत्तरी में एस्टोनिया है, उसके पूर्वी में मॉस्को है, उसके साउथ ईस्ट में बेलारूस है और उसके साउथ वेस्ट में पोलैंड है। और वहाँ पे विनेतु विलेज करके भी एक जगह है, उसके बारे में भी आज हम डिस्कस करेंगे। यहाँ पे हर जगह जो भी इनका नेटिव कल्चर था उसको पगान बुलाकर इधर रोमन कैथोलिक चर्च को फोर्सिबली डाला गया। So between 2001 and 2002, and it is a, I give credit to all the natives of Lithuania who are going back to their original culture, Romuva. And I'll also request people from Lithuania to take to read Bhagavad Gita to get more direct connection with India and the Bharatiya culture. So that is also I'll request. आप लोग you should my request से क्या in English I did. So they should also do that. So because it will help them to build up their strength, and also read my book, One Arrow One Kill, and also the Pandavas, the famous five, and you will see that how the Pandavas did come and pass through this region also. Bhagwan Ram's armies definitely did. Bhagwan Ramayana is has connections to this region, but also during that time the glaciers were there, plenty of glaciers in this area. So I don't think so that completely was crossed. But in the Mahabharat period, definitely there is a connection, ancient connection of Arjun's armies with these armies, because Shaka Dweep, he did enter Shaka Dweep, and that means the snow was not there. So there is a connection. So you can read my book Pandavas, the famous five, and you will see a lot of historical connections which will help you to build that bridge again. Also, my book on the original atlas also has done it. So I have covered that in detail, the sacred places, and I have covered some places in Europe, including some of the places in Lithuania also, which will help you to guide that how to connect with the original culture. That was the whole purpose of writing the book. And my books have references with geographic coordinates. So people do not have to, so you can just put on the GPS and just go over there. GPS will take you there. So that's the research I have done. So now I'll just focus on this one, hill forts of Karnave, because most of the other places they have built churches on top of them, and but this place they could not do because of the archaeological study. Understand, Romuve, a name culture of Lithuania, is the native culture of Lithuania, and it should not be in the museums. It should be in the mainstream. No need to hide behind any church or something, because we have to speak our mind, we have to follow our original cultures. And if we are good people, everybody appreciates that, because we are not trying to hurt anybody else, we are just trying to make a conscious choice of following a culture, and which we all can free to do that, we all free to do that. And I'll do a separate session on Russia, so a lot of you will be surprised how Russia is so much connected to Vedic culture. Even today, nothing is died, everything is there, and the credit goes to all these people who are living there, who are continuing those traditions. They are going back. So between 2001, 1200 people during that time following Romuve culture, today is 5001, and I want this 5001 to become a million plus, and let the old temples come up. That's what we need to do. Let the old temples come up, beautiful cultures come back, and all the traditional stories in Lithuanian language need to be written. And also, a cross reference need to be made between Ramayana and Mahabharata, because those are the historical accounts in the Vedic culture, Sanatan Dharma culture. When you build those correlations, then you start actually having a profound basis, because there are 1.4 billion people who are following Sanatan Dharma officially. Unofficially, it's 5 to 6 billion people following it. Anyone who believes in the sun's movement, anyone who has faith in the ground, anyone who has faith in the wind or the rains, and may not be programmed by the organized religions, is a native. So it's a Sanatani in many ways. Sanatani is a buzzword in India nowadays, so I am using it. So now let's begin with the show. Okay, let's drill down into hills of Kernave, and I'm going to, you'll be sh- I need to go there. I've not been there, and I depend on all of you to like, share, subscribe, and help us move to these places, travel to these places. So far, I've been covering South America in detail, and Europe has so many problems going on, and I think it's practically more unsafe than even South America today. So therefore, we hope that we'll start traveling there again when there is a peace over there. It's part of the war zone right now, but I would love to come there one day and cover Lithuania, Latvia. A lot of friends there, over there, a lot of friends in Belarus, a lot of friends in Poland, and I would like to come there. So let's begin with the hill forts of Kernave. All these different names you say, hill of angels, hill of this, these are all archaeological sites. Okay, so like Kali Yuga, the like Ramayana Mahabharata says that good people are going to move into the forest. That is what exactly is happening. A lot of these communities have to stay hidden from who? From godly men, from god men, not godly men, god men. People have to hide from these god men to practice their own belief. That's a shame on Europe, and it's a shame on many of these cultures where they give lectures to the whole world about human rights, and they don't let people follow religion freely there. They call pagan, shaman, and everything. Looks like the Europe is degenerating into a tribal world. So I will take questions also with love, and with you can ask me questions there, and I'll be happy to do that. And send us super likes, super chats, and all those things you keep sending so that we continue to expand our work. That is very important for us. Sky's the limit. So now we go into hills of Kernave. And hills of Kernave, I'll tell you, many stories are there. Many stories are there. It's part of the Sambia Peninsula, and the ancient maps are. If you look at the ancient maps of Prussia, then you get more details actually, and the all these histories are related actually. I'm going to show you a picture, and which will really help you to. I'm going to stop the screen. Just give me a second. I'm going to show that. Do you see the screen now? Yeah, keep. It's a very interactive show. It's a live show, and based on the book, you see that. Okay, and uh, I'll keep answering your questions also. Okay, Siddharth is saying, "Lucky to find this channel is to watch my channels, but now watching Siddharth is sufficient." Thank you, Siddharth. You're so kind, so kind. Thank you. And it's a Hindu cultural Lithuania, Romuva, and do like that. And you can ask me any question here right now. Become a member of Patreon, support us. So many of our uh, videos are done by the student volunteers. So I'd like to thank all the student volunteers who are helping us do this. So this is the place. ये जगह है रोमुवा मंदिर का, पुराना मंदिर है इनका. ये अग्नि का मंदिर है, और इसमें वट वृक्ष है, और इसके चारों ओर कम्युनिटी क्रिएटेड है, जैसे कि साउथ अमेरिका में भी होता है. इन साउथ अमेरिका ऑल्सो देर आर many such places where temple is in the center and the whole city is around. Same in India. If you go to any temples in India, temples were center of the civilization. The whole economy of the place was running around the temple, and all the temples had one common feature. How do you recognize a Vedic temple? You recognize a Vedic temple by understanding the directions. Northeast direction is always for the deity, looking in the southwest direction. Okay, southwest direction. Why? Because Surya movement is towards southwest. Sun comes from the east towards south and slightly goes south Dakshinayan mein, and therefore the sun becomes stationary at Somanas Shikhar. They also call sometimes Manasottar mountain, and Somanas Shikhar is in South America. It's called Pushkar Dweep in Sanskrit language. And then it goes towards Sukhavati, which is the place of the Varuna, which is Mediterranean, and which is the west of Astachal. Okay, so we are near the Astachal region right now. Lithuania is little bit east of Astachal, northeast of Astachal. So you know exactly what I'm talking about, Astachal. And the word Alps comes from there. And then it goes towards the north, which is Vibhavari. Like you must have heard the song Vibhavari Shesha Aluka Pravesha. There's a very famous Mangalarti song in Vrindavan. You all can check it out. And this word Vibhavari is used in many temples, different bhajans, but Vibhavari is used very commonly. Because we all know Krishna Bhagwan is the uh, Chandrapanch. So Vibhavari is used in Vrindavan extensively. And in the Chitrakoot, if you go to Chitrakoot, is a beautiful place. You should go in India. Chitrakoot. If you are believe in native cultures, these are the places that you must visit. The and also many my hope will be at Sattology that all of us join together and we start working on all the researches that we have done and start getting into more detail into each and every place. That's why I always say Sattology movement hai. Sattology is surf. It's not just a YouTube channel or something. Our work on the ground is way bigger than what we show on the YouTube. And I purposely don't disclose it because there is no need to do it. But our way of work on the ground is way bigger than what we show on the YouTube channels. And we actually publish books with facts, and all these videos are meant to give faith of the presence of Sanatan Dharma culture, which is the only culture for peace, happiness, and tranquility. We all looking for all these things, but this is already available. So look at this temple picture, and I'll make it bigger actually for you to look more closely, and you will see a complete arrangement. And this is just a novelist or was writing a passing reference that this is the kind of place existed. That means this was a painting which he clicked a picture of. The actual culture will be, I'm going to show you now, actual culture, and you will see exactly the same formation. And we'll go in the directions also because it's important for us to show the directions. So the people who are following this culture in those countries, Lithuania especially, they have to go deep into their own culture. Can you see my screen properly? uh, Keep replying me so I know exactly you're seeing it. And I'll answer all your questions in detail a little later on. Let us go deep into this place so that you actually see. I'm going to drill down into this place, and I have not been there yet, but my hope will be to go there one day and show you some more details. Okay. Now look at the directions right now, and this is north south direction, north south direction, which is, and it is, now you can see the directions here. I'm going to stop it. Okay, you can see the hills there, and this is the north south direction. So exactly north, south, east, and west. And if you look at the northeast direction is the highest point, and this is the southwest direction. So northeast and southwest are both high, and across from northeast is a river pond. It's a completely construction is Vedic construction, along with a small sites which have been kept open. If you look at the whole site, and for many reasons, it is destruction must have happened, many destructions, but they could not destroy it. But you can see the steps are made like Vedic temple. There are steps over there, and let us just let it go. Okay, you can see that movement here. This entire place, just like Stonehenge, it is a, like I said before, there are a lot of things. The geometry of this place is the same like any other Vedic temple. Nowadays in the West they call them pyramids, in a very pejorative way. And they put up a story, oh, these are built by the aliens. You need to be scared of aliens. No. In Sanskrit, in Mahabharata Ramayana, it is very common for devatas to visit us. Devas to visit earth is a very common phenomena. देवता पृथ्वी पे आते हैं, आते रहे हैं, बहुत हमारे शास्त्रों में लिखा हुआ है. If you read Ramayana Mahabharata, you will see many reference where Bhagwan Ram sees Indra coming and Bhagwan Ram waits. He shows to Lakshman, देखो इंद्र खड़े हुए हैं. And then so he, all those things are there. Okay. And the references in Mahabharata are also the same, where devtas are coming to meet, the great rishis are coming to meet. And you will see that especially in these places, like literally all the churches are made, most of and the Saint Nicholas is the oldest church in Lithuania. And I'm sure if somebody starts digging near that church, you'll find a temple. Old Romuva temple. Romuva is the Lithuanians natives call it Romuva. You'll find that over there. So the hill forts of Kernave. Kernave, what it means? Surya, Karna. You can see the Kernave. So it's Surya. And also it's a place of hearing. And I've been told by some of the people over there, that's why I'm doing a show. And thank you, Marilis, for helping me. And so she told me that the sound vibrations are very different. She is a practicing bhakta. She chants Om and she lives there. And then she says the sound vibrations are amazing over there when you do jap over there. When you go there, you feel peace of mind. And the traditional definition is like demonizing them. Like for example, oh, this is a place of pagan, they're shaman, they're the worshippers of devil, Satan, shaman, pagan. These are all the negative commentaries being created over there, which is totally unfounded in, especially in today's times. Today we should not be speaking like that, because today times have changed, and to some extent we should not be uh, do we should not be demonizing them to such extent. And I'll recommend that if Europe is the fourth bureau of free speech, then they should allow these native cultures to speak up. They complain about Islamic countries, but why are they not opening up? Why are they not doing it? So stop preaching, start acting. My karma is more important than advice. So we are all here for karma, not for advice. So the the this place, and this is just one site I'm covering right now. I'm going to take you to another site, which will be shocked also. And we should all go there, because this is our heritage. And this is it looks that from the top it looks like this. And I'm going to go back and take you to exactly another site too, which will be, this is the most spiritually vibrant place in this area. Now let's go to the hills of Angel. Okay. Now this is the place which has been again the Ishtar. Ishtar means Durga is worshipped there, and many places Ramayana Mahabharata mentions that such places have very great, amazing powers of healing. And most of the things have been destroyed, but still there are some places there which you can see. Again, these are unexcavated sites. Many of the diagrams were introduced there, many of the places were introduced there. So all these, some of them are very Christianized, because destruction was phenomenal. And if you look at the history of Lithuania, 16th century, 14th century onwards was very bad time for them. And finally in 2001, and just imagine, despite all the persecution by the church, the culture of the natives still remained in Lithuania till 2001, and now it is growing, it is coming back in a big way. And this is a time for us to also, and Lithuanians have suddenly started talking about uh, connections to the ancient past. that these are the places to go. They still have those remnants. And the beauty of these ancient cultures, whether it's in India or South America or Lithuania, is that all of them follow geographical landmarks, and they build the places in such a way that even if there is a flood, even if there is a complete destruction, the geometry of that place will give way. The geography of that place will give way. Very now, if you see my cursor, and I'll draw a triangle here. If you see my cursor, 1 point, 2 point, 3 point. Ishan Kod, northeast, okay, southwest, and the water pond here, completely same like Vedic temple. Go to any temple in India, any temple in South America, following the same geometry. All pyramids in Giza, in Egypt, follow the same thing. There are other pyramids on River Nile too, in Sudan, Somalia, same geometry. There is a place, city of pyramids actually in Somalia, same geometry. In Africa, I'm talking about. So Stonehenge is also like same direction landmarks. That's in Salisbury, in England. When I used to live in England, I used to go there to study over there. And so this is the same geometry of the place. And we have to preserve these cultures, because these cultures were very peaceful. They were not political. They were not fighting over God. They're not fighting over God. Nobody was fighting over God, because God is universal. It's one. It's for everyone. And this stupidity of fighting over God is just very recent phenomena. My God is better than yours. That's not Sanatan Dharma culture. Sanatan Dharma culture, you can worship any devta. The natural characteristic of the people is that they would like to go to a person whom they like. Common. If you like wind, everyone, you cannot say just go one place. Even in food, you choose multiple food during a day or a week. You cannot have the same food every day. So polytheism is the rule of the nature. You can worship wind, you can worship sun, you can worship, these are all devta, deus. They are people. When you dehumanize them, remove the person aspect, then you engage in complete bloodshed. So instead of real people you worship, everyone has respect for sun. Today is a solar system. There's a sun eclipse going on. Therefore, I'm inside under the roof. I don't want to be outside, because in Vedic culture it's considered bad. So I'm with you sitting here when the Surya Grahan is going on and discussing about Vedic Sanatan Dharma and worship of Surya. Very important. So Lithuania was focused on Surya, and people will give many reasons like, oh, Surya worship is because it was cold. So that no such reason. Surya is the source of life, is being worshipped in all the cultures. In Vedic culture, is considered the principal devata. Because of Surya, everybody, Surgana Pitareksha Sevitam, there's a prayer there, beautiful prayer. And so this is a temple of sun. They call it Hill of Angels. Another site, okay, of Romuva culture. It's time to get back to basics. Can we get back to the original? And there will be some more sites in Trakai Historical National Park as per what I have been told. I have not researched it, and I'm very honest with you. But once I do that, I will come back to you. But many of the churches, like the cavalry way of the cross. So, what these crusaders used to do was carry a sword, force people to either follow the religion or get killed. That's how it happened. Same in Islam, same in Christianity. Judaism did not do that, because they are more intelligent people. So they like to convince with words or trade. But here, this was pure by the my way or the highway. You either convert or you die. Same thing happened to Philippines too. I'll cover in the whole story later on somewhere. So these two sites I studied, and I thought I'll present to you. And I would also welcome people from Lithuania to watch this video. And you know that you have some brothers and sisters sitting in other parts of the world. I'm in USA, and other people are from other parts of the world. So we all are here to support you in your native culture. And I already request, if you search Sattology on Amazon, you'll see all my books in English. I have not translated them, but if you like to translate it, you are very welcome. I'll upload them on Kindle again. Check it out on Kindle. So the titles where this history is covered is the famous five, Pandavas, the famous five, and also the original Atlas, which is my latest book. So I will take questions now. So there are a lot of people watching. I want thousands of people to join in these kind of shows, because that's where we are discussing so many important things. Thank you very much. Sumit Guleria was saying, "Let's start." Okay, we got started. Thank you, thank you, and and uh, and then thank you very much, Lakpat Singh. आपके वीडियोस इम्प्रेसिव होते हैं. थैंक यू वेरी मच लखपत सिंह. आभार. आपका मेरे को आभार आभार शब्द वेरी केयरफुल यू शुड यूज. मीन्स आई टेक ऑल ऑफ योर लोड ऑन मी. यस आभार. Namaste everyone. And that's a little meaning. Colloquial meanings are different. So I know you mean to say gratitude. Namaste everyone. JRM Super Soldier, thank you very much. Thank you. Very interesting information indeed. Amen Ra. Yes, actually it's Imn Ra. If you look at Egyptian, it's called Imn Ra. Siddharth is a regular. Thank you very much. And Jai Shri Ram, Sanatana Sankriti ki Jai Ho. Very good. Thank you. Does Belarus have absolutely the entire Prussia? Prussia, Prastha, Indra Prastha, we say Prastha. Prastha means a place established. Indra worship was very common here. Sumeria, Mesopotamia, Prussia, these are very common. So, Surya worship, Indra worship together. You know. And thank you all very much. Addictive, thank you, Sumit Guleria. What is the view on dating of Mahabharat? Siddharth, the dating part is covered by Nilesh Oak and many other speakers on my channel. So you can follow that. There is a whole playlist of 5561 BC and also 3167 BC. But Nilesh ji has work is very impressive. And I must say that I'm fully like I like the way he puts out so many pointers that you cannot logically stay away from what he says. So check out that. There is Nilesh Show का channel भी है, वो भी check कर सकते हैं. But on our channel, a new video of Nilesh is coming, I think this week on Mars. So do check out that. Sir, we can see the screen. Okay, thank you. Explanation, the maps is very impressive information. Thank you very much, Rashiji. And Rashiji is a supporter in North America, so please do connect with her. She's there. She's in the US. Session as per scriptures. Siddharth, the thing is, in my new book, the original atlas, you'll see all those details with maps, with directions, everything. But it is such a political topic and debate, flat earthers versus round earthers. I don't want to get into that kind of topic, because then I'll move away from the real topics of Ramayana and Mahabharata. Okay, but this is in my book. You can check it out. Adya Shakti Jyot, yes, breathtaking topic once again. Thank you very much for joining the show. And Subramanta, I would like to correct you over there. Indian culture, mythology word you should not use for anything Ramayana Mahabharata, because mythology means you're telling everybody that it is a fake. You know? So please do not use that. Thank you. Gyan, Jai to Sanatan, absolutely ask anything in Slovakia. Gumnami Baba. Slovakia, I have not done much research actually. So Gumnami Babaji will do again. I will be very honest. I'll do it again. And 4 years, you've come a long way, more than 100,000 lectures on nations. Yes, thank you, thank you. Nagavanshi is covered in detail in my book. And Nagavanshi and Nagas is a race. And they are also known to be on the chariot of Suryadev, worshipping Suryadev. So Naga is a very important part of Vedic culture. In Vienna, also ek ban for one way. Yes, they use autobahn, autobahn in Germany. So all these Germanic tribes, Celtic tribes, Vikings, They have all connections to Indian culture. They were not Christians. They were not Christians. In fact, the church demonized them as barbarians. A barbarians calling others as barbarians. That was the whole thing. So, which is a very funny thing in any way. And uh, importance of Harinam in life. Yes, yes, the Harinam is everything, and especially today on a Surya Grahan day, everyone should take Harinam. You can chant names of Ram, Krishna, Vaman, Hari, Vishnu, Shivji. You can talk any names, but Hari generally refers to Vishnu, and Harihara is Shiva. Harihar. When will foreigners they belong to ancient way of living? Gumnami Babaji, it's our effort. We see we have to make our own effort for our own purification. Okay, how we get paid by devtas is through our karma. So if we do our karma, that's how we get results. Okay, so there is a benefit for us in doing that, not financially, but karma benefit is definitely there. uh Rashmi Karnavat is saying, can you say Dr. Neeraj Rai and Janet, it will be interesting with you conducting it. Actually, I would love to do that. If you can connect them to us, I'll be happy to do that. And I will be happy to do that. Plus, I have also some doctors. We live in San Diego. I live in San Diego. So in San Diego is a home for genetic research, and we have a lot of PhD candidates, PhD or sorry, Nobel laureates on genetic science. I'd like to bring them one of the days. Uh, ये टार्टार टार्टार जो रीजन है, tartaria tartar से आया है. tartar इज ए मंगोलॉइड रेस, tartar. तो वो उसकी वजह से इसका नाम आया है. बट इफ यू लुक एट द वैदिक रेफरेंसेस, then you have to go to the Eastern European forms under केतुमाल वर्ष. केतुमाल वर्ष. तो केतुमाल वर्ष जो है, केतुमाल वर्ष में जो है तरतरी करके जो संप्रदाय रहते, तरतरी करके जो लोग रहते हैं, they are known to worship birds, especially birds, divine birds. तो हम लोग दुर्गा का भी वाहन देखते हैं, बर्ड कभी कभी. तो और दुर्गा के वाहन अलग 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 वाहन भी हैं उनके अलग रूप में. सो वी सी दैट दे आर जनरली रेफर टू दुर्गा मदर, डिवाइन मदर, बट बर्ड्स इज अ सिंबल ओवर देयर. So Tartaria, English words are many there, but etymology may we have to go, and I need to research more on that, everything on Tartaria also. So Battle of 10 Kings in Veda and how they spread. You can take a session on this. I will take a session on Priyavrat. Priyavrat story is very important. Priyavrat is the son of Swambhu Manu, and Priyavrat is the one who is supposed to have created the oceans. So there is a lot of reference of him creating mountains and passes, and then Prithu Maharaj leveling the earth. So there is a lot of reference over there, where you can actually geographically make out. I use all that information in trying to reach a geographical spot for a particular information, for a particular conclusion. So I will cover that in detail in some future video. So if there are no questions, then we'll end the session here. Or if you have any question, you can ask me. Otherwise, we'll end the session here. So thank you all for joining. Do like, share, subscribe. Make our channel 100,000 plus strong, and then we can make it happen. Let me see. Abhishek Singhal is saying, "Sir, last meal of Buddha was before death was pork as per Buddhist text." It's not possible. Not possible. Buddha was the only purpose of Buddha. Buddha, the way they said Buddha attained enlightenment. No. Buddha in Bhagavad Puran is mentioned to be an incarnation of Vishnu, the first incarnation of Vishnu, first avatar of Vishnu in Kali Yuga is Buddha in Bhagavad Puran. So, how can he be vegetarian? Why does he need enlightenment? That's the question. So, the story which the Buddhists create is of another Buddha, not connected with the Buddha of Bhagavad Puran. Okay, the Buddha in Bhagavad Puran and Mahabharata and other Puran is mentioned for the purpose of stopping the animal killing. So, so you need to know that. So, how can he eat pork? So, these questions are not very important. You know. So, and the Buddhist claims also can be questioned actually in a large way, many ways. So, thank you all very much for joining, and हम सब फिर मिलेंगे tomorrow is a live show with Major General special guest, one special guest, and also the five. And I would love to see you there in the show tomorrow. Namaste, Dhanyavad, Jai Jagannath. Thank you.